stock, and barrel. And so I talk a lot about how to do contingency planning, how to move to the periphery, for example, of a major metropolitan area, how to get out of the ways of the major exit routes for refugees that are going to happen. But I want to talk about that as an example that shows the state that you're in, Alex, in Texas. And in this map are several interesting points. There are yellow areas, which I consider the safe areas in this area. And there's also a lot of red areas that are black and completely red around Dallas, the major population areas of Austin and San Antonio, and large red lines connecting them. These are what I call refugee in and or outflow routes. And it's important to realize that not only to avoid high population density centers, but to watch where those refugees, when food and water is cut off, are going to flow outward into the rural areas. And naturally, most people will flow outward up to 50 miles directly out into the land, but a lot of people will be taking to the roads. The freeway will be clogged, they'll be unusable. And it's very important for people to plan ahead if you're going to stay within a major metropolitan area of how to get out of those areas. And here's the strategies. The first of all is to get advance warning so that you're not on the last train out or you're not in the middle of the pack when you're trying to leave. The second strategy is to be at the periphery of those metropolitan areas so that you're not having to transit an hour's worth of driving to get out of a major metropolitan area through the suburbs as they empty out into the various feeder roads. And the other strategy has to do with the graphic that I put up about retreating exit routes on page 290. This is a very interesting graphic that takes us through New Jersey. New Jersey is the highest density population area because behind it is Staten Island, Manhattan, New York, and all of those people are funneling and going west. They can't go east because there's the ocean. They can either go north, south, or west, and west of that is Philadelphia. All of that has to transit through New Jersey in any direction that they go. And so I try to point out some very interesting thing in the book of how you plan an escape route, because a lot of people don't realize that that the freeways are like islands. They're like moats around you, and they stop you from crossing them. In other words, you have to find roads that go under the freeways where there isn't an on-ramp or an exit. And the reason you don't want to cross a freeway where there's an on-ramp is because those exits or on-ramps will be clogged with people trying to get on or off the freeway. And if you look at Google Maps,